Helo a chroeso I Llanast ar gyfer yr Advent. Hello and welcome to Messy Church for Advent, the time when we start looking forward to Christmas and starting to make ourselves ready. Wan te, mae gennym ni lwythi o grefftau da I chi heddiw, a maen nhw'n gyd yn ymwneud efo canhwyllau. Rhai yn ganhwyllau byddwn ni'n neud allan o cardboard a papur, a rhai yn ganhwyllau go iawn. So we've got great crafts for you today, all to do with candles. And some of those are going to be using things from the garden and real candles, and some of those are going to be using paper and glue and colours. Ond, cyn I ni gael mewn i'r crefftau, beth am I ni glywed gyn rai ohonych chi? Be ydych chi'n edrych ymlaen ato? Let's hear from some of you first. What are you looking forward to?
Dwi yn edrych ymlaen at y Nadolig blwyddyn yma, oherwydd rydw i'n cael Chromebook. A mae'r Chromebook yn un o'r pethau gorau dwi byth ti gael.
Dolig yma rydw i'n gyffroesi gwario amser efo teulu.
I like Christmas crackers, Christmas pudding, family and friends, and staying in my pajamas for most of the morning. And opening presents.
Dwi'n gyffroesi gwario amser efo teulu.
Dwi'n edrych ymlaen am agor calendar Advent bob dydd.
For Christmas, I want everyone to be happy and to forget about the virus for a day.
Advent calendar.
Yeah, what's that about?
For Advent. And when Jesus came into the world.
Oh, well done. And what else are you looking forward to Christmas for?
Presents.
Yay!
Wel, dwi'n edrych ymlaen at y Nadolig hefyd. Ond da ni ddim cweit yna eto, na chydan? I'm looking forward to Christmas too, but we're still in Advent, and Bethan and Ursula are going to show us now how to make an Advent window hanging.
Hey, Bethan.
Hi, Mum.
What do you think of this?
It's
It's an Advent wreath candle sun catcher. So, churches up and down the land in Advent. Every Sunday when you go to church, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles. So there's 4 Sundays before Christmas Day. But we like these 4 candles, the pink one and the 3 purple ones. And every Sunday, and this reminds us that Jesus is coming to the world, Jesus is coming to our hearts, and as we get ready for Christmas with all those things that we have to do, we can also think about Jesus and what he's done for us. So every week you can stick a new candle, and then by Christmas Day you're going to have 5 candles there. So let's get making that on. To make our candle sun catcher, we're going to use a variety of different coloured tissue paper, and if you haven't got tissue paper at home, there's lots of other things you can use, like you can just use paper, but the reason we use tissue paper is because it's really thin and the light shines through it. So the thinnest paper that you can use, the better. And we're going to use green, purple and pink for our candles. We're going to use orange for the flame. And what we're going to do is we're going to stick it on a piece of plastic, and the piece of plastic is going to go in the window. So you might be able to find a piece of plastic around the house, maybe something off the food packaging. And for cutting, we've got a big pair of scissors and a small pair of scissors. We're going to be doing some gluing with some PVA glue, and just something to put it on so it doesn't get glue on the table. Let's go making. So we're going to make this Advent wreath candle sun catcher, okay? And it's really easy to make, okay? So we're going to start by making the wreath. So you need a piece of green tissue paper and just going to fold it over. And when you fold it over, you can draw 2 circles on that piece of tissue paper, which I did earlier, and then cut it out. And then when you cut it out, now I know that doesn't look like a perfect circle, but that doesn't matter, because when we stick it on our piece of plastic, it'll be fine. Right, so Bethan's going to stick that on, and also what we're going to do is we're going to cut out 3 purple candles, and we're going to cut out 1 pink candle. We've got another purple candle here, and when I cut the candles out, these are 3 centimetres, try to just make them the same size. Just cut out the top, so it sort of bevels it a bit. The flame is going to go in the top of the candle, like this. And then to make the flames, if you've got some orange tissue paper, you can just fold it over a few times, and then you can draw a flame on the tissue paper and cut it out, and then you can get lots of flames. So we need about, how many flames do we need? 5 flames. Okay, we're ready to stick. Just put some glue in the back of these candles, and I'll put them on, just like three spots, and end of each one in the middle. And then we're going to make some leaves and some berries. And to make the berries, I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to fold over a strip of red paper and just cut a circle out of that. And then we've got quite a lot of berries. Yeah. And then to make the leaves, we're going to fold over a piece of green paper, and you can make some evergreen leaves. So I really like making holly when I'm doing my Christmas cards. So I'm just going to draw, pencil, 1 piece of holly. I'm going to cut it out. We're going to, right, we've got some holly leaves here. Lots of holly leaves and lots of holly. So Bethan, these candles, we've got how many candles? We've got 3 purple candles, a pink candle and a white candle. And we've cut away the top of each candle. So we need to make sure that we put our candles on the right way around. These 4 candles are going to represent what Jesus means to us at Christmas time, and what Jesus does for us in our lives, what Jesus brings to us. Okay. And the white candle in the centre represents Christ. Christ who came and died for our sins, and that's upside down. Christ, the sinless one. These 3 candles are lit on the 1st, 2nd, 3rd and 4th Sunday of Advent. Now we've already had 1 Sunday, so can you just glue 1 flame? We'll just stick these holly leaves on. So these holly leaves, you can just put them anywhere around your wreath, you can decorate it. These little berries, put with the holly. So this all is a bit gluey, but it's going to dry. It's going to look lovely in the window. And then as we go through Advent, we will remember when Jesus came into the world. He brought hope, love, joy and peace. You know, you could have done the leaves a slightly different colour. You could have perhaps have some darker green leaves. On the first Sunday of Advent, first purple candle was lit. On Christmas Day we'll have 5 candles all lit. But remember, we've only got 1. Thanks for watching.
Da iawn Bethan ac Ursula, oedd hwn yn edrych yn grêt. Now then, what do people send as it gets near Christmas time? Let's have a look at what Diane's going to show us.
I'm Diane, and today I'm going to show you how to make an Advent card. Now, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to download this candle for, and the link should be on this site. So once you've downloaded this, you need to cut one out. Yeah? So then colour it in any colours you want to do, and then stick it onto your card. Okay, it can be any card that can be folded in half. This one's an A5. So let it dry a bit before you stick it down, because if you're using big fat felt tips, it'll need a bit of time to dry. Right, once you've got that, if you've got some spare ribbon around or some cord, you can use your Pritt stick and then put it down the side to make it look pretty. And then if you've got any little bits like little snowmen or little snowflakes, then you can also put them on your card to make it look a bit more special. And then that's your finished Advent card with the Advent candle. Then you've got your envelope to go with it, and then you can either send it to somebody or just have it on your side. It's very nice. Okay?
O, dyna hyfryd. Tybed pwy ydych chi'n mynd I anfon cardiau atyn nhw? Ond fydde'n neis I gael cardyn wedi gwneud gennych chi, hytrach nag un 'di prynu mewn siop. I think it'd be lovely if we could all send cards that we'd made by hand instead of bought in a shop. It's really special, isn't it? Wan ta, mewn munud, mae fi Cassandra yn mynd I ddangos I ni sut I wneud torch yr Advent allan o bethau sy'n tyfu yn yr ardd ac yn hwylla go iawn. In a moment, Vic Cassandra is going to tell us all about Advent, what it means, and she's going to show us how to make a real Advent wreath with candles and with things growing in the garden. But before that, let's hear from Sarah in Ysbyty Ifan, who's going to show us how to make an Advent candle display.
Hi, my name's Sarah, and this evening I'm going to share with you how to make an Advent candle display. First, you need 4 empty toilet roll holders. So I've covered each of my toilet roll holders in wrapping paper, but you can spend a bit more time putting different craft paper on, or perhaps gems or even glitter. Just take that extra time. So we have 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you're going to need 4 circles of card, and on each circle of card you're going to draw and colour in a flame for each of your candles. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. Next, take a small box. This is rectangular, but you can use a square box or even a round. Cover it in wrapping paper, yeah, and then take some tissue paper and place the tissue paper inside. You don't have to use the tissue paper, I've just used this because it looks pretty good. Then place all of your flames inside your box. Then take each of your candles and glue them. I'm just placing them here, but you need to glue them for safety. On each side, so 1, 2, 3 and 4. And throughout each Sunday in Advent, you need to light one of your Advent candles. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. This has been a very quick demonstration on how to complete this activity, but you need to spend more time on designing and creating your candles and gluing everything together to make sure everything's safe. But I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope that you enjoyed completing the task. Bye!
Thanks, Sarah. Well, we're going to go over to Llandrillo now. Ni'n mynd draw I Ficerdy Llandrillo, lle mae fi Cassandra yn mynd I ddangos I ni sut I wneud torch yr Advent. A mae'n mynd I ddeud wrthyn ni be mae pob un o'r canhwyllau yn golygu.
Helo, Simai. Reverend Sandra yma. I'm going to show you how to make an Advent wreath today, a traditional one, with the candles. So first off, I'm going to place the candles into what I have here, which is florist's ring of foam, and I'm going to stick the candles into the foam to hold them at equal distances around the circle. 3 purple and 1 pink. There we have it. Now as I say, each of these candles stand for something different. 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks of Advent. This is the first week, and our first week is a purple candle. And the purple candle stands for faith. We remember on this first Sunday the faith of all the people in the past, especially those in the Old Testament scriptures. People like Abraham and David, Joseph and Isaac. So we're going to start decorating now. I've got loads of stuff here which I've got from my garden, but there's lots in the hedgerows. Anything that's evergreen, that stays green through the winter, can be used. I've got variegated holly and some other little tiny hollies here. I've got lots of ivy, and traditionally that was what an Advent wreath was made of, just holly and ivy. But I've picked a few other things from the garden, some beautiful flowers, some lovely glossy leaves, and look at this rose of Shannon, which has still got some beautiful little fruits on it. Do you call them berries? Yeah, which is so pretty. I'm going to put those around my pink candle. So let's start off then with our candle of faith. I'm going to stand up now, so you might get my tummy all the way through this now. So I'm going to start off with the big pieces, like these hollies, and I'm going to stick them in to the foam so they stick out just a little bit. I've cut them quite small, and if you stick them that they're facing outwards, when you look at it, you will see the colours of the holly. And I'm going to stick now a little one just by here, as if it's crawling up the candle, which is quite sweet. And then I think I'll get one of these coloured flowers and stick that the other side. Oh, that looks pretty. And then, what shall I do? Shall I stick one of these in to give it a bit of colour? Oh, that's a bit high, isn't it? Shall I stick it in the side? So that it just sticks out on the side there like that. And then I've got some nice holly, but I think it might be a bit big. But I'll put that round about there, because the holly flower is quite pretty, isn't it? I'm going to turn it round now. I think that one is sticking out a bit, but never mind. This one here. So we start again. We put one in there. And I'll use another one to the side, perhaps by there. And another one to this side, a little one. Here we are. So that's my second candle. My second candle is the candle of hope. All through the Bible, God tells his people that he's going to send them a Messiah, a person who will make everything right that's wrong in the world. And they had hope of this. And so we remember that God has promised us a Saviour. on this particular week. And hope is like a light shining in a dark place. And as we look on that candle, we celebrate the hope given by all those prophets and by Jesus. So now we're on to our third candle, and it's a different colour. It's pink. I wonder why. This candle reminds us of joy. You know when your mum has a baby, or your auntie or somebody has a baby, everybody celebrates, don't they? Everybody thinks it's such a joy that a new life will be coming into the world. And that's what this candle represents, the joy of new birth, the joy of Mary, as she gives birth to her child, Jesus Christ, the Saviour of the world. And we remember Mary especially at this time, because she was very brave, doing everything that God asked her to do. And she had our Saviour, born in a stable, but who then grew up to be the man Jesus, our Saviour. And we give thanks for that. So our next candle again is purple, and we remember love. Now, joy and love come together really. We remember John the Baptist in this candle because he was the man who said that the Messiah was here. The Messiah had arrived. All these people had been waiting for him all this time, and he was the first one to say, well, he's arrived, he's here. And so we celebrate John the Baptist with this candle here. And we think of all the love that Jesus brought into our world, as well as the hope. There you go. And I've got a lovely one of these left, which I think I'll stick there. And I've got some more of these pink berries, which I'm going to put round the pink one here and here on this side. It looks so pretty, this, isn't it? There we are. And I'll just fill in here now with these, just to give a bit of colour. You must go round your garden and have a look, see what you've got in your garden, or in a neighbour's, but do ask them first, won't you? If they've got anything that you can use for your wreath, your Advent wreath. And if they don't know about it, you can tell them all about why we do an Advent wreath at this time of year, so that we can remember how Jesus came into this world and why he came into this world, to save us, to give us hope and love and joy in our lives. So there we are. That is our Advent wreath. And we have our 4 candles. The first one, remember, was faith. The second candle was for hope. The third candle, a rose one, was for joy. And the fourth candle was for love. And that's our Advent wreath, which looks very, very pretty, I think. Don't you? So we have a 5th candle, which I will decorate later on, because we're going to have another messy church. And the 5th candle is to be lit on Christmas Day. So each of these are lit during the 4 Sundays of Advent, and this one is lit on Christmas Day. So we'll decorate this separately, and we'll put it in the middle, a little bit higher than the others, I think. So I need to get a little stand for it. Shall we say a prayer while we light our first candle. Let this first candle be the candle of faith, and let it stand for our faith in the eternal goodness of God. Amen.
Wel, gobeithio bod chi wedi mwynhau'r fideo, a gobeithio byddwch chi'n mwynhau gwneud y crefft yma I gyd, ac yn mwynhau paratoi at y Nadolig. I hope you've enjoyed watching, and I hope you've enjoyed all the crafts, and that you really enjoy getting ready for Christmas, and that you remember that Christmas isn't all about getting the presents ready. It's also about remembering how Jesus came into the world as a little baby, and about the hope that we have in him. A tro nesa yn Llanast, dyna be byddwn ni'n cofio, a byddwn ni'n cael stori'r Nadolig, a gobeithio byddwch chi yn rhan o'r stori yna. Mi na I roi neges allan am sut fedrwch chi fod yn rhan o'n Llanast nesa. So next Messy Church is going to be our Christmas special, woohoo! When we'll be remembering the very, very special Christmas story. And I hope that you're going to be part of that story too, and we'll put up some details about how you can be on the next Messy Church video for Christmas. Ond rwan, dwi'n mynd I gadael chi hefo can sydd yn edrych ymlaen dipyn bach at y Nadolig. Hwyl!
Ro'n i'n wastad yn siŵr fod na fwy na hyn, na gwachod rhyw ddefaid ar ddol a bryn, breuddwydio am fynd I fanau gwyn, ond ni fydd unrhyw beth rhywun fath, ni fydd unrhyw beth rhywun fath, ni fydd unrhyw beth rhywun fath byth mwy. Waith I fel bugail yn galed a hir, dwi'n dechrau rhyw amau os gobaith yn wir, ond heno yn y stabel daeth bywyd yn glir ac ni fydd unrhyw beth rhywun fath, ni fydd unrhyw beth rhywun fath, ni fydd unrhyw beth rhywun fath byth mwy. Moliant I Dduw, am roi Crist ei fab yn rhodd, dawrddau ar oll I gan I glod cans. Ni fydd unrhyw beth rhywun fath, ni fydd unrhyw beth rhywun fath, ni fydd unrhyw beth rhywun fath byth mwy.